everyone, Basic Ollie here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of This Week on iRacing. Now, as we always do, we're going to start off with IMSA. So it is week 3 of season 1, 2026, and we are already heading to Le Mans for IMSA. Now, without a doubt, I say it every time that it pops up in the schedule, this is one of the most popular combinations in the service by far. It's right up there. The strengths of fields are amazing. Some of the racing you can have is amazing as well. Some of it is questionable, but it's going to happen, especially when you're at a track like this with low downforce setups. Cars feel a bit sketchy. They're very much on the edge going through the Porsche curves and stuff like that. So there is a tendency to have a few more accidents than usual, but nothing too crazy. Now, the in-game start time is 5 p.m. for this one. There's no chance of rain to worry about at all whatsoever, apart from one series, which is the Prototype Challenge, which is just the GTPs, and that has a 26% chance of rain. But apart from that, everything else has no chance of rain. Track temperature is going to be nice and low for you because it's late start in sim, and I think the sim date is the 1st of March as well. So it's very cool. 19 degrees Celsius every time I've loaded into the sim. But don't forget as well, there is a 2.4 hour this weekend, boys and girls. So if you fancy a little endurance race around the French countryside, then this weekend is the one for you. So yeah, good start to week 3 of season 1, 2026. Like I said, as always, we start off with IMSA. But yeah, I think that's everything you need to know for IMSA this week. Let's move on to another series, shall we? All right, next up, let's talk about the Porsche Cup car series, shall we? Because it's just so incredibly popular right now, and for a good reason. The car is tremendous fun. Now, I have to say, the schedule for the Porsche Cup is incredible, and this week is no different. This week, we're going to the Nürburgring combined, so it is the 24-hour layout, and do be warned, there is a 25% chance of rain in the open. All right, in the fixed, you're absolutely fine, but in the open, there is a 25% chance of rain, so do be prepared. Do be warned for that, because it is treacherous, to say the least. Now, it should be good fun, but if it's anything like last week at Spa, just be careful, okay? Just be careful, because the standards so far, despite the fact the Porsche Cup is a lot of fun, the standards have been horrific, awful. So I'm fingers crossed this week I can actually get better in the car and learn it. And yeah, hopefully the driving standards are a little bit better. Now, track temperature-wise, because of the weather and because the in-game sim time, which I think is actually like the 30th of December, the track temperature is cold, cold, cold. So 19 degrees track temperature is what I'm getting, even lower when it has rain. So you don't need to worry about the track temperature, because if you're just doing the fixed, yeah, you should still be perfectly fine. But yeah, nothing too much to tell you about that on this one, because there's no strategy or anything like that. It will be very, very popular, of course, Nürburgring combined, and it's a Porsche Cup car. So yeah, I think this is a cracking week so far, I've got to say. Even if you're fed up with the IMSA combination, which happens a lot, I think the new Porsche Cup car at the Nürburgring could be a very exciting one indeed. So yeah, 10 out of 10 so far. All right, next up, something a little bit different to what I usually do. We are going to have a look at Ringmeister this week, and this week it is the Lotus 79. Now, I know it looks very confusing on your screen right now. When I tried to set up an AI race in the UI for Ringmeister, for some reason, it's put a Lotus 79 with all the GT4s, which I found hilarious. So enjoy this onboard footage of the AI trying to overtake GT4s. Don't worry, that is not what you're going to have to do this week for the Ringmeister series. But yeah, Ringmeister, it's the Lotus 79 this week, and I've driven it, and it's a lot of fun. So that's why I'm including it this week for this week's episode. This series for me is designed to... It's at its best when it is a combo you wouldn't expect. So I think the Lotus 79 at the Nürburgring is tremendous fun, and that is why I've decided to include it. Not much to worry about in this one. It's usual stuff. Nothing changed in terms of the Ringmeister series itself. There's no rain. In-game start time is about 1:50 p.m. and track temperature is mid to high 20 degrees Celsius because I think the sim time is around the end of April. So it's starting to get slightly warmer. Yeah, but Lotus 79, give it a go. Like I said, this series, for me personally, is designed for these kind of wacky, different kind of combinations. So give it a go. Should be fun. If you want to break away from the sweatiness of the Porsche Cup or IMSA, I think this one might be the one for you. All right, next up, let's talk about a series I very rarely cover, and that is the GTE series, because I don't know what it is, but I'm just not a massive fan of the car, but I don't think this combination can be ignored. And even if I'm not a massive fan of the car, many of you boys and girls out there are. Now, the GTEs are going to Daytona this week, and it'll be interesting to see how these cars handle the new bus stop, because I haven't seen it myself personally, so I don't know how well they are going to run over those curbs. But yeah, going to Daytona this week. I think the in-game start time is around 7 p.m, so it's going to start at night, which is more interesting. But Daytona does have a lot of floodlights, so it doesn't ever really get dark, to be honest with you. But regardless, I still like racing at Daytona at night, even with the floodlights. And yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see, me personally, how these cars handle it. And it's just such a good week, and it's such a good combo. I just feel like I couldn't ignore this one. So I think GTE fans, rejoice. I think it's going to be a very, very good week for you so far. Well, this week, I should say. And just in general, this week so far has really, really impressed me, because there's lots of fun combinations, lots of different things. You got the sweaty stuff like your Porsche Cup and your IMSA, but then you got some fun stuff like GTs at Daytona and the Lotus 79 at the Nordschleife. So I've got to say, this week for me, it's got to be up there with one of the best I've seen in a long time. All right, now it's time to have a broader look with exactly what is on offer for this week, week 3 of Season 1 2026. So let's have a broader look at the sports car stuff first. Now, I've really started to enjoy the Toyota GR86. It's been updated this season. It's a hell of a lot of fun. So if you get the chance, give it a go, because it is tremendous. This week, you are going to Miami International Autodrome. It's the MIA Loop. So if we have a look at the track map, it is this version here. So a much shortened version of the GP layout. It's much shorter. Now let's have a look at the Ferrari 296. You're going to go to Miami as well. Wonder if that's actually following that schedule at the moment, same schedule. The MX-5s, interestingly, I've seen this, the advanced ones, they're going to the Nürburgring Nordschleife as well. So, yeah, you've got the Porsche Cup at Nordschleife, Lotus 79 at Nordschleife, and you have the advanced Mazda MX-5. That'll be tremendous fun, that. The MX-5s are good at the Nordschleife. Racing the MX-5s is just fantastic, and there are some really, really good, talented people in those cars. The Supercar Series, you can go to Alton Park with no chicanes, all right? Now, the GT3s, the sprints, I haven't actually covered it this week, which has been a long time. You're going to go to Adelaide this week. I do believe the Open has quite a high chance of rain as well, so do keep an eye out for that production car challenge. That, I imagine, is going to go to no, that's actually going to go to Snetterton this week, the 200 layout, so a little bit shorter. Basically cuts out the infield, shall we say, of the circuit. The Global Fanatec Challenge, Global Sports Car Challenge by Fanatec, I should say. You're going to go to Road Atlanta, so that's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. Falcon Sports Car Challenge, along with the GT4s, they are going to go to the Alton Park, and that's the international layout. So that will have the chicanes. Now, let's have a look here. Road Porsche Cup car. Let's have a quick look at the GT3 tours. Asia, you are going to go to the Bend, the international circuit. Let's have a look at what else we've got here. The Americas, you are going to go to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. And then lastly, the European one, you are going to go to Jerez, Circuit de Jerez, I think. There's a Grand Prix layout. I do really like that track. It is criminally underrated, I have to say. The Radicals, you're going to go to Catalonia, and you're doing the historic layout. So I do believe that is the preferred one. Now, I think that pretty much covers it. Well, I'll have a quick look at the IMSA Vintage Series. That is, well, you're going to go to Mexico this week. So you're going to go to Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. So, yeah, and that is the National Historic layout. What layout is that? Oh, okay, so you cut out that section. Okay, interesting. So just an FYI for GT3 fans out there, this is the layout you're going to be needing. You're going to cut out that section completely. So, right, let's have a look at the, not sports car, we'll have a look at the Formula car stuff, shall we? Because I've been really enjoying it. The F3 stuff at the Nordschleife this week has been tremendous fun. This week you can go to the Hockenheim. I'm not a massive fan of Hockenheim, but it is what it is. Yeah, not a massive fan of it. So that's the F3s, the Super Formula Lights. You're going to go to Silverstone. You're going to go to Silverstone this week. And then let's have a quick look at the F4 regional tour, shall we? So F4, you're going to go to the European Tour is going to go to Monza. Very cool. I like that. That will be chaotic. Americas, you are going to Road Atlanta again. Very nice. So those are two great combos. Asia Tour, you're going to Suzuka. Okay. Oh, what banging week this week. I've got to say, there's literally something for everybody this week. It's just tremendous. And the fixed is going to Silverstone as well. Indy NXT, you are going to Okayama. You're going to go to, not Okayama, sorry, I've messed that up. It's not Okayama. It is Miami. So you're doing the Grand Prix layout there. Now, I do believe someone said to me, I never cover the IndyCar stuff. So, well, the IndyCar Oval. So in the IndyCar Oval this week, you are going to go to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So that is, again, like, honestly, if you like your IndyCar, boss, you got something to do. If you like your F4, F3, Super Formula Lights, all that kind of stuff, loads of stuff to do. Sweaty stuff, IMSA. With Le Mans and Porsche Cup at Nürburgring. And then the fun stuff as well, like the Lotus 79 and the GTs. Honestly, I think this might be a bold statement, but I think this might be the best week I have ever seen. It is really, really good. There's just something for everybody. Anyways, NASCAR, the trucks fixed. You're going to go to Texas Motor Speedway, the legacy layout. So you're going to do that this week. Next gens, what are you doing? You're going to go, oh, wow, okay, so you're going to go to the Mexican Grand Prix as well. Okay, that's interesting. The open setup, that's going to go for the truck. That's going to Texas as well. And your Xfinities, you are going to go to Charlotte Motor Speedway. And that is, that's an interesting combination as well, because that is a popular track when it comes to NASCAR, I think, because of the Coke 600. So, let me know what you think in the comments, because I think this is a superb week. And it's just, I think there's a little bit of everything for everybody this week. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you do agree. And hopefully you have enjoyed this week's episode. If you have, please do smash the old like button, subscribe on the way out, and we'll catch you for next week. Take care. Have a good one.